Hi, this is the Self-Care Nurse, and welcome to part 2 of our series, How to Use Aromatherapy for Depression. This week, we're going to talk about aromatherapy diffusers, the simple candle-based diffusers versus the ultrasonic diffusers. Which one is better? Now, to answer that question, we're really going to have to ask you, how do you want to use the diffuser? Are you going to use it for yourself in a small area? Are you going to use it to care for a family member? Are you going to use it for someone who's in the hospital or an area where you can't have an open flame? Or are you going to use it in a work setting? All of these questions will have to be answered to determine which one of these units is going to be best for you. The basic difference between the two units, the candle-based unit and the ultrasonic unit, is that the candle-based unit will give you a coverage area of about 1,000 square feet. The ionic diffusers or ultrasonic diffusers vary in their coverage. You'll really need to look at the manufacturer's data to be able to determine. But for the most part, they generally cover an area around 200 to 400 square feet. So they're good for small enclosed spaces, like a small 10 by 20 room. If you're looking to get a larger area of coverage, you might want to consider a candle-based diffuser. I often use a candle-based diffuser when I have company that's coming over and I want to have a fresh aroma in the air. It covers a much larger area. So let's just go back to our definition from our last series on aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is the practice of taking an aromatic plant compound and utilizing them in a way that's natural to achieve a greater sense of well-being. So if we keep that in mind, that will help guide us in our selection of what type of diffuser to use, what type of oil to use, whether to use a single oil or whether to use a combination of oils together. And that's a topic we're going to discuss in another part of our series. This question seems to come up every time you talk about using candle-based diffusers. Does heat destroy the effect of the oils? Now, the effect we want is we want the oils to be able to disperse in the air so that we can have that aroma for healing. And if that heat changes that effect, then the healing effect is diminished. So let's see, is this fact or is this fiction that heat destroys their effect? Let's take a look. The average temperature of a candle flame here, and this is not a good picture of a candle flame because it doesn't show the different colors, but depending upon the colors of the flame, the temperature will vary. But the average temperature of a candle flame is somewhere around 829 degrees Celsius on up to maybe about 1200 degrees Celsius. In a distillation process where they're actually taking plant material, putting it in a pot, applying heat to extract the essential oils out of the plant, that flame is generally a Bunsen burner or some other kind of device like that. That flame is generally much higher than a candle, 1967 degrees Celsius. Here's the interesting part. The essential oil is not being heated directly. It's the water that's being heated, which carries the aroma of the essential oil into the room. And when the water is heated, it changes from a liquid to a gas vapor, which is what we see here. Water turns into a gas or boils and turns into a gas at 100 degrees Celsius. So we can see that is far below the temperature of even a candle flame. So if we're trying to determine whether or not heat from a candle destroys the effect of the essential oil, we can see that doesn't seem to be true. So now let's talk a little bit about the devices themselves. Here's our candle lit unit. They're small, they're convenient. You need a tea light candle. It doesn't use the large candles. You can get by using just the little tea light candles. This whole unit you can probably get for under $5. If you have a dollar store or a discount store somewhere near you, more than likely they're selling these type units in there. The ultrasonic ionizer units, they vary in price and they vary in design and they vary in their ability. Some of the units, like this particular unit, comes with a remote control. So it's convenient to use if you're wanting to use it to care for someone else. And all you have to simply do is, if this unit is in their bedroom, open the door, hit your remote control, and the unit comes on once you've set the unit up and put the oils in. Also, this particular unit costs much more than the candle unit here. Whereas this one you can get for basically under $5. This particular unit will probably start somewhere around 30 some odd dollars and go on up to well over $100 depending upon the unit. They're much nicer, they're convenient, they're easy to use, but they're not absolutely necessary. If you go back to our definition of what we're using this for, you'll understand that even the simple candle unit will accomplish the job. Area of coverage, candle units will basically cover an area of about 1,000 square feet. And the reason they go further is because they're using heat. Heat moves molecules much faster. This unit will cover approximately 200 to 400 square feet, and they vary according to the manufacturers of the units. They usually tell you on the box what the area of coverage is. So this will cover maybe an area of 10 by 20, a room 10 by 20 room. You could probably cover a very small house or an apartment with a candle-based unit. Okay, so now let's talk about how these units are used. We have our candle-based unit, which requires a tea light candle, has a little reservoir at the top where you put the water. Our ultrasonic ionizer unit has a chamber inside, we'll show you that in just a second, where you also put the water in, and the molecules of the vapor will come out of this area. And these all vary. They come in different designs, different shapes. They run anywhere from around $30 to well over $100. This unit you can get from a dollar store or discount store basically for under $5. Water goes in both. You add either a single oil or a formula such as these. I use Settle Down or Inner Joy units. You just put anywhere from 3 to 5 drops into the reservoirs each time you use them, and you light the candle. It'll disperse up to an area of about 1,000 square feet. This unit anywhere from 200 to 400 square feet. Join us for more series in how to use aromatherapy for depression at www.aromatherapycanhelp.com. And thanks for joining us.